Hey guys, it's Jamel from Honolulu Post Social Encore. So I just landed in Brazil, so don't mind this messiness here that you see. But in preparation for Brazil, I actually talked to two friends that actually have inside connections and knowledge about the sports and the food. And this is what they had to say about it. Chris Templo has been practicing Jiu-jitsu for over 10 years and was kind enough to sit down with me to share what he thought about the sport and how it has helped him with his lifestyle.
Jiu-jitsu has changed my life completely in a sense to where any problems, whether big, small, life issues, relationship issues, stress at work or anything, it all sort of relates. It's an art that teaches you stress management and troubleshooting, problem solving.
Jiu-jitsu is a unique martial art where it is a hands-on and sometimes a no-holds-barred type of sport. It's a type of sport where technique is key.
To me, Jiu-jitsu is identical to a chess match. Both sides of the board have the same number of moving pieces. Both have equal parts and both of our parts do the same thing. So the art of Jiu-jitsu is how can I move my pieces against the way you move your pieces to overcome the game. So that you don't have some secret weapon that I don't have. You don't have a third arm or two necks or anything like that. Your elbow bends the same way my elbow bends. So how can I move my pieces of my body against the way you move your pieces to make the win? Jiu-jitsu is a hands-on technique where there's no board breaking, there's no katas and forms and choreographed techniques. It's a one-on-one type of martial art to where you go 100% and then if something bad happens, you can just tap out, stop, or start again and then just keep on going.
With so many different types of martial arts around the world, the Gracie family created the UFC, and Jiu-Jitsu is one of the many sports that is heavily practiced in the octagon.
Mixed martial arts was born from the Gracie family, from Brazil, from Jiu-Jitsu. The way it originated was the Gracie family brought their art to the United States and wanted to show it off. So what they did was they created the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, to where they had your style versus his style versus that. So kickboxing versus Muay Thai versus wrestling versus karate versus taekwondo, and then just who's the best. And they were so confident in their art that they didn't care who they were going with. So they went against everyone and it came out on top year after year. And then at that point, mixed martial arts was born because it came to find out you cannot be just proficient in one martial art. You have to know them all. You have to know some stand-up, some ground, some jiu-jitsu, some boxing, this and that.
It is hard to find places that serve authentic Portuguese or Brazilian food in Hawaii. However, I did find a place called Tropical Tribe in Waikiki. It's a place that is serving up authentic acai and Brazil-style pizzas.
Acai is huge over there. It started on the north side of Brazil, northeast side of Brazil, where the Amazon rainforest is located. And the people over there, the native tribes actually, like thousands of years ago, they start harvesting the berry because of all the nutrients and everything else. And then eventually they start mixing the acai berry with the guarana juice. Guarana is also another berry from the Amazon. They start making this mix. So the acai is appreciated because of all the protein, all the nutrients. Is really nourishing for your body. It's really healthy.
Moares says that Brazil is diverse when it comes to their culture, and that also means that it has a diverse selection in culinary goodness.
What happened in Brazil is that it was like an escape, like Brazil has a really big coastline. So everybody from Europe to Africa to Japan, every time they enter South America, most of them they concentrated in Brazil. So it's such a mixed population and such a mixed culinary that it's kind of hard. Depends on the region where you go. Like the northeast of Brazil, they do a lot of things with fish. The food is amazing. And I think because there's a lot of countryside around the big city, so everything comes fresh, and it's such a variety.
What makes Tropical Tribe different is the ingredients. The grade of acai beers is imported straight from Brazil, and the catupiry cheese and pizza is prepared in a traditional manner.
What I decided to do is go straight to Brazil, get because we have three grades of acai. We have grade C, B, and special. The special, or grade A, is the highest quality one. Here in the island is being supplied with mostly with the C one at a very expensive price. So for me to be able to make the Brazilian bowl and still compete with prices with the other stores, the only solution was for me to import by myself. And It was a little bit hard because, you know, Amazon rainforest is like countryside, very countryside of Brazil. And so it took like about like 8 months of dealing with them. I had to travel and talk to the owners and everything, but eventually we were able to start shipping the berries over there. So you visit Brazil, you're gonna see like every pizza place, they have catupiry. São Paulo, that's my city, is known for having the best pizza in Brazil. That's where most of the Italian immigration, when they came from Europe to Brazil, that's where they concentrated, mostly in São Paulo. That's why pizza is so popular over there. So they changed it a little bit, the concept. In the Italian pizza, you have a lot of dough, really thick dough. Everything is about the dough and few toppings. And when they went to Brazil, like fruits, vegetables, meat, everything was so much more available than Europe that they start like shrinking on the dough. So we make like thin crust and more toppings. And yeah, that's how we make it.
So guys, stay tuned to HonoluluPulse.com and check out my blog, Social Encore, in the next coming weeks as I bring you inside stories of the crazy things that I'm doing in Brazil, because there's going to be so much things that I'm going to be doing, eating, seeing, all those sorts of stuff. And if you want, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll give you snapshots of what I'm doing along the way. And so until then, ciao!